Hello everyone, it's Graham from Lakeside, and I'm in the middle of the layout, so by the hole where the manor house is, and you're looking towards the little passageway upside, if you like. And what I'm doing is just trying out for the very first time the principle of the elongated helix, which I'm going to be doing, as you know, for this storage area underneath here. And the reason why I'm this side is that I just want to show you the incline at the moment. Now this is a typical Foulston lash-up at the moment, but this is really just a R&D thing, just so that I can get an idea of the angle of the incline. Now that angle at the moment is going to be pretty better now if I go back around the other side. Bear with me. It's going to be a bit like this, I'm afraid, this video. Just bear with me. Right, let's go around this side. So what I've got is a couple of bits of timber now running on the outside, like I said in the previous video, and there will be another one up here which will come from the as yet built second layer, going up and joining on to the bit of track by the tunnel. But I wanted to do this bit first because this is going to be coming off straight from the bottom layer here, this one. So it will come along and curve around and go right round to the other side, go in a loop up there. So what I've done is that I've fixed this timber so that it's level about here, or about here, with this bottom layer, because that's when the curve will start coming round. So here, for instance, it's lower. So it goes up at an incline, and it will be, at the moment, it's just below the height of the second layer which I'll be putting in, because obviously you've got to allow for the curve at the top to go round and join the middle layer. So I'm happy with the angle. That's going to be about there. I might need to tweak it up or down a little bit, but that's not far off it now. So having done that, I've now laid down some track, just temporarily, small track I've got. Well, it's not even fixed, it's just resting on the timber, just to test particular locomotives. Now I'm not interested in testing HSTs or anything of that ilk, the big diesels, because I know that they will go up, no problem at all. What I'm more concerned about is obviously steamers and the smaller diesels. Now my theory behind this is that, and it is a theory, is that I will, with the fixed rakes like HSTs, I won't be messing around with those, they will stay coupled all the time. But there's going to be occasions where I might want to put a different steamer on a rake of, say, 6 or 8 coaches. So the idea is that I can do it two ways. I can either attach the steamer to the coaches in the fiddle yard itself, or I can bring the steamer up by itself onto the main track and then use some form of donkey diesel to bring the coaches up and shunt it onto the main track as it would do in real life, I guess. So I've got a couple of options there. So what I've done, I've picked out 4 locos, and they are a Class 08 diesel, which is attached to these 5 Mark IIIs. I've got a Duke dog, and the reason for that I'll explain in a minute. I've got a King class, my gorgeous King George V, and I've got a Class 17 Clayton, which you can see down there. So I've tested all those four, and they've kind of worked out to what I thought they would actually. So with the Class 08, which is attached to these coaches, I'll show you what happens. Bear with me. Right. And she struggles. Now, bearing in mind this is starting off on the incline, halfway up, so it is asking a lot for a little six-wheeled shunter with virtually no weight to it. And she's just starting to wheel slip now. She'll make it, but it's a struggle. So let's bring her back down. Right, so the next one I'll put on will be the Duke Dog. Now, the reason why I've chosen that is because, well, A, it's a steamer, but it's only four-wheel drive. It's only got four main driving wheels, so that's going to be quite a test for this. So what I'll do, I'll shut the camera down, put the Duke Dog on, and then come back. Right, okay, so the Duke Dog is now connected up, so let's see how she does. utter failure. And that is exactly what I thought would happen with that. So there's no surprise there from my point of view. It just wheel slips straight away. There's no weight to it really, and it's only four-wheel drive, so you know, not really good. So that's that one. The next one I'll put up will be the King George V. Okay, so now we have the probably my favourite steam locomotive on there. It's the King George V, the NRM version, which has got the gloss finish to it and the bell at the front. Absolutely fabulous loco. So let's just see how that one goes. So this is obviously 460 with 6 driving wheels. Bush, absolutely no problem at all. Very smooth, dead easy. That could tackle a couple more coaches, I reckon. No wheel slip at all. But it is a heavy loco. Beautiful loco, that. Right, so that's the couple of steam locos. I'm now going to put on the Class 17 Clayton to see how that goes. Right, Clayton's on, so let's see how this one does. Absolutely no problem at all. So that's kind of proved my theory. It obviously all depends on what type of logo you put on there, whether it will go up or not. All of them go up by themselves, absolutely no issue at all, but it's when you put a load on them like these 5 Mark III coaches. So I think I'm happy with that angle of that incline. I can replicate that again up here for the second layer, and I will be putting a thicker timber than what I've got here. I only got these yesterday as a trial, £2 from B&Q for that much timber, which was brilliant. But it gave me an idea of just trying this incline out. So it served its job, and no doubt I'll use that timber on something else anyway. So my thinking behind this is what I wanted to do, and that was to use, and I wanted to try the Clayton because that was the donkey I was thinking of. I will use that as a shuttle, if you like, to pick up a rake of coaches, bring it out of here. I can bring a loco, a steam loco of any sort, from here up to the main track first by itself. That can wait on the main track. I can then use this, the Clayton, to bring up a rake of coaches and bring it onto the main track and hook it up to the steam loco. It just adds a bit of fun, doesn't it, to the actual railway itself. It keeps the stock nice and organised down here on the fiddle yard. And okay, it'd be nice perhaps to have a loco always hooked up to a rake of coaches, but there again, I've got more locos than I have rakes of coaches, so I'm going to have to separate them at some stage to just change a loco. So again, I'm not bothered about that. That'll work out nice and fine. So to recap, I think I'm pretty happy with the way it's going at the moment. Obviously the only other condition I've got to consider is at the top when it gets to a curve, but the curve is going to be reasonably flat. The curve is not going to be on an incline, not all of it anyway. The first part of it may be a little bit, but certainly not the whole of the curve will be on an incline, because that's what really kills it. It's going to be, I mean, I've got what, 6 foot across there in total, 5 foot, 5 foot probably. So I've got a 5 foot radius I can use to go round, which should be absolutely fine. But again, that's really the next test, doesn't it? Is to put the curves on here, down this way, and start over there, come round, and then join up with this track. But the first thing I wanted to do was to try this incline out. Now this bottom curve is going to be flat, you know, right away from there over to here, because this incline, although I'm probably going to have to start about here, about there I would think for the radius, a fraction of it will just be on the incline, but hardly anything. So I think that is a good start, or at least it's a start. So if I can gradually build it up as I go along like this, then I can sort out any problems as I go along. And connecting it to the tunnel from right over there, I've got oodles of space to bring a piece of track around onto the middle layer here. That really won't be a problem. This is the main bit I was more concerned about with. Right, okay, just to let you know that I am working on this and that things are going forward. So we'll see how it goes. Okay folks, I think that's about it for now. So bye for now. Bye. Right, me again. I went down to start doing a video to load it onto the computer, and I forgot the main thing to mention, and that of course is the power base system to fit on here underneath the track. I will be putting some metal strips underneath the track to help any locos which do struggle, because I might as well while I'm at this stage. I will do it the same as Mark has done over at Western Centurion. He devised a great method where he used strips of the metal packaging which you get wrapped around boxes. I can get hold of some of that, so that's what I'll use, and then just put some magnets underneath the locos. So apologies for that, that completely went out of my head when I was talking about it. So yes, there will be a form of power strip underneath the track. Okay, that's it. Bye for now. Bye.